Welcome everyone to this admission information session of the January 2023 admissions for the Doctor of Music degree at the Sibelius Academy of the Uni Arts Helsinki. My name is Juha Ojala. I'm the Vice Dean of Research and Doctoral Education at the Academy. And with me today here we have the heads of our two doctoral schools, Saija-Leena Rantanen of Mutri and Anu Vehviläinen of Docmus Doctoral School, and also specialist Hannu Tolvanen of the Mutri Doctoral School. Unfortunately, Sirpa Järvelä, who is the specialist and contact person to Docmus Doctoral School, could not be with us today. We're 34 at the moment. I'm very glad to see you all here and appreciate your interest in our degree or degrees. Without further ado, I will give floor to Hannu for the opening presentation. Before that, please note that this presentation by Hannu will be recorded for access to those who cannot attend now. So Hannu will tell us about the agenda today and all sorts of information. So please, Hannu.
Thanks, Juha, and welcome to everybody to this session. So I'm specialist in the Mutri Doctoral School, but I also know about Docmus, and we four all know about our doctoral education. So after this short introduction, you can ask any of us any questions about these studies and admission process. But I'll share some slides with you and about this agenda this afternoon. We firstly a bit about the studies, then a bit about the application process, what you need to send us, the dates, about the application a bit, and how to fund the doctoral studies. And the main issue is the questions and answers session afterwards. So I think quite many of you have read our website, so you know what are you aiming at, but still some words about what's the studies in our university. Those who graduate from us are the experts who are capable of high-level and creative and critical work, and they operate in demanding art, research, development, and educational positions. Also, during the last years, the emphasis on social influencing and ethical, sustainable future, working towards that has been quite important for our studies and the graduates. So our studies provide competence for a wide variety of different kind of careers, whether it's teaching or research or development and other works. So we have three programs: art study program, research study program, and applied study program. Few words about those. In art study program, which is I think half of our students are studying there, its emphasis is in artistic work, and what those aims are in our studies for those students are that they are artistically high quality and visionary expressionists. They have conceptually clear knowledge of production. They produce new knowledge through methods of art and research, and they interact as art community in the academic world and the society at large. So it's mostly about artistic, but still it's has a very high percentage of research. During the last few years, it has been growing the emphasis into the research. So more and more, the artistic side has research emphasis, whether it's artistic research or artistic-based research. And the words are vary, but it's still research aiming. The studies, the focus is on independent artistic work with research orientation, and they are complemented by studies that enhance conceptual understanding of the field. And the final products, demonstration proficiency combines artistic and art research-oriented approaches. And these demonstration proficiency should include 2 to 4 artistic components. They can be concerts, performances, recordings, etc., and a thesis, which can be article-based or monograph one. Our research study program, the objectives are to develop student skills and capacity for producing high-quality knowledge. And they should be interacting with academic community and wider society, and integrating into the activities of the international research community and strengthening the position of scientific research. And the studies, the focus is on academic research and complementary studies in research skills. And the demonstration proficiency is a traditional dissertation. And this study program is comparable to the so-called normal universities, scientific universities, and their dissertation work. And our third study program is applied study program, which is in between artistic and research study programs. The objectives are to develop in the student a high-level combination of scientific, methodological, pedagogical, artistic, or technical capacities, the ability to develop new high-quality methods, capabilities, materials, and tools, the ability to gather, critically evaluate, apply, and produce data, the ability to work together with domestic and international actors, both within their respective fields and across these boundaries, and the ability to communicate the results of their work to different audiences. Yeah, this sounds so that somebody who is out of this program is Superman or Superwoman, but you don't have to get everything out of it. In an applied study program, there's, I think, a bit too much put into these descriptions as they are in practice. But still, those are the objectives. And the studies, the students develop specialized knowledge and skills through a music-related research and development project. And the degree can have a research orientation or an artistic orientation. And the demonstration proficiency can include various components, for example, new and proven methods, applications, computer software, materials or theories, and concerts. These are in the artistic orientation. The concerts can be one part of this demonstration of proficiency. Those are the studies. And the practical things, next application period starts on January 2nd and ends quite early, after 2 weeks. We have put it a bit earlier than last year's because this process after the application period ends is quite complicated with us, and so we need a bit more time to go through all the applications. Those who can apply they have to have Master of Music degree or equivalent. But also the eligibility may also be based on the other prior studies, subject to the Sibelius Academy's assessments of the candidates' prospects for successful study in the program. So we have had some students who are not masters, but main part of our students have had Master of Music or other master's degrees. The important websites are our own website, uniarts.fi, and there will be a slightly changed guidelines for the applications. There are some words still changing in the English part. Finnish part is already finalized, but in English version there is something we have to still revise. And the application should be put in the study info pages, studyinfo.fi, in Finnish, opintopolku, and the right link will be put into our website in December, in the middle of December, not earlier, but it will be there. But you can't put anything there before 2nd of January. So then it opens officially. The basic information, what you need in your application, they are already there in our website, but those are the things we need. Personal details and contact information, that will be in the study info, so you can't miss that. You can't fill the application without putting those things. And then you have to have your postgraduate study plan or research plan or project plan, depending on what study program you are applying. There should be a schedule of your studies. How do you think they are going to go through years? And you have to have plan for supportive studies. And that can be quite, you don't need to put very strict details of what kind of courses you are going to get, but the outlining what kind of studies would be the best to support your research project, whether it's in art study program or in applied or research. Also, a curriculum vitae or an artistic portfolio is needed. And in art study program, you don't need to put also the program for your proficiency test and a motivational letter. And here are some words about what are needed there in different programs. Art study program, your postgraduate study plan should include what are the artistic components and the thesis. And also you have to describe the research orientation of your artistic work, the topic, goals, research problem of the project. And as I mentioned already, the portfolio and the motivational letter. In research program, you have to have your research plan, and that's outlining the basis and objectives of the research project, earlier research related to the project, and the topics and research methods of the project. And applied study program, there should be the applicant's objectives in developing as a professional and contributing to his/her field, the project content, and the doctoral portfolio. In our website, there are more information about these needed papers. About the timelines, all the accepted applicants will be informed of the results by the 15th of June. And based on this application, there are three possibilities. Either the first one is that you have granted to write the study towards the Doctor of Music degree. The second option is that the student can be granted the opportunity to be admitted as a preparatory external student, and this is now Doctoral School's head. And these studies are organized by the UniArts Helsinki's Open University, and they cost 15 euros per ECTS. Usually during this year, these preparatory external students have done approximately 10 ECTS, so that means about 150 euros for those studies next year. This year it's been a bit different. And third option is that the application is rejected. We have 15 places for new students, so last year we had 80 or 88 applicants, so every sixth person got in, so it's hard to get in, but every year people do get in. And then some words about the funding of the doctoral studies. We do have salaried doctoral student positions. Is it around 15 altogether? Juha, you may know exact number, but I think it's around 15. And we nowadays have 150 students in doctoral studies. That one in every 10th year student have a salary. Also, you can get scholarships from Finnish or other foundations. And for non-EU or EEA, European Economic Area citizens, there is a possibility to have Finland Fellowship scholarship, and that can be applied in the same time you fill the study info form there in study info, and that means 1 year salary, and you have to move to Finland to fill the obligations of that fellowship. And then most of our students unfortunately have to work during their studies, and that a bit makes it slower to get the doctorate degree ready, but that's the, in a way, normal way to do in Finland. If you are doing something special during the studies, you can get support for the artistic components or other expenses from Sibelius Academy Foundation or from Sibelius Academy itself, but those fundings are quite limited. But those are the possibilities to fund the studies nowadays. This is about Finland Fellowship. As I said, it's for non-EU applicants who are admitted to doctoral studies, and they will get salary around 2,000 euro. I think it's a bit over 2,000 nowadays, the salary, and the compensation to move to Finland is about 2,000 euros. And second year is optional, but we don't know yet if we do get the second year monies. And as I said, they're required to move to Finland, and the application of this fellowship is in the Opintopolku's study info system. And this was the fast run of these studies, and you do get this information from our website also. If you are interested more on the Docmus part, i.e. Western art music and church music, history of music. It's Sirpa knows best of those practical things, and I do know about jazz, folk music, music education, music technology, arts management, and history of music. But this information can be found in our website.